Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to replace the screen on this 4th generation Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon. So here you can see it's going all crazy like this. So first thing we're going to do is shut it down, of course. Make sure it turns off completely. Alright, then we're going to get our screwdriver. Let's see here. A lot of the screws are missing. Okay, so we're going to use a PH1 or JIS1 screwdriver. Alright, so all the things shut down. If for some reason you have an issue with your computer not turning on at all, you might want to try using this little reset hole here first. So you can use like a pin or a needle, or you can use like a bent paper clip, whatever fits, and press and hold that button for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then try seeing if your computer will turn on after that. So sometimes that will fix that issue. Alright, let's go ahead and undo all these screws. So these screws actually stay in place. Alright, so they don't actually come out from the case. Alright, if this video helps you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share my channel with others so that people can learn how to fix their own devices or upgrade them. Alright, there's these two screws are missing. Let's see, I'm going to use a suction cup and just pull this out. Okay, just like that. If you don't have a suction cup, you can use two pieces of tape. Just have them meet towards the middle like this, and then you can use that as a pull tab. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and pull this up just like this. And there we go. We got this cover off. Came out pretty easily. Okay, so I'm not going to be upgrading and doing all the other stuff. We do need to disconnect the battery and then hold the power button to drain any power to make it safer to work on. I will try and take a look and see if I can point out other devices or other stuff on here, but anyways, let's go ahead and undo this battery connector. So underneath here, I'm going to just use my fingernail. You can use a plastic pry tool. Oh, there's lots of gunk like coming out here. Alright, so I'm going to just use my fingernail right there and then pop that up. Once you pop that up at an angle like that, you can go ahead and slide this forward slightly and lift the battery connector out. So just like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to open this up, press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds. Alright, this will drain any power from the capacitors to make it a lot safer to work on. This is very important when doing anything screen related, because a lot of power goes into the capacitors for the screen, and if you just pull the screen out and any of the pins kind of twist or short, then you'll fry your computer. Right, so anyways, we got an SSD under here. This is an M.2 SATA SSD. So I don't know if this computer supports PCIe NVMe SSDs, but this is the M.2 SATA. There's just one screw there. Once you get that, you can pull it up and then pull it back. CPU is soldered to the board. I'm guessing RAM is also soldered to the board because I don't see any replaceable or removable RAM here. There's the wireless card under there. Oops, let's zoom out. Wireless card under here. Again, I'm not going to take everything out. Then you got all these cables, speaker cable here, and then you got these two cables. I'm not sure what they're for. This is most likely keyboard backlight, keyboard cable. I'm guessing that's the trackpad cable. You got the BIOS or CMOS battery there. Again, there's the little button here that you press through the pinhole that can reset the battery connection. Okay, and I'm not sure what all these tiny cables, there's a bunch of tiny cables going through here. Alright, so let's go ahead and disconnect the screen connectors. So we got this one connector here. We're going to flip this latch up. Alright, and then once we do that, we can go ahead and pull this connector out. Let me zoom in a bit. Alright, so let's peel this tape up. Okay, once we peel this tape up, we can go ahead and pull this connector out. Oh shoot, am I going to have to take the whole motherboard out to get this off? I see a cable going underneath here. This is going to be a really painful disassembly video if that's the case. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this latch up as well and pull this out. It looks like we have to peel this off and get the wireless antennas out. So, man, somebody like tore this stuff before. Let's go ahead and peel it up this way. Okay, we're going to undo the wireless antennas. I just go underneath the tails and pull it up just like that. So I'm going to mark this so I know which cable goes where. Oh, actually, it's not going to match. So we get this one. So the black one is this gray cable, but again, it's not going to match when I replace the screen. So let's see here. Let's see what the replacement screen they got. Make sure everything looks okay. So we got this gray cable. Are you kidding? So the gray cable goes all the way underneath here. This one also has a red connector. And then we got this blue cable here. Do I seriously have to do it that way? Can I just like cut the old wires? Man, this is a bad design. Alright, then you got the black cable here. And then there's a blue cable. So this screen has a lot more extra cables that I don't know what we're going to do with them. But hopefully everything on here works okay. So we're going to set this screen aside. Looks like this is going to be a complete disassembly video in order to get those cables out, which is gonna really suck. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that then. So let's unroute all these cables here. Okay, just like that. And then let's go ahead and get this cable out as well. Is this held in with adhesive? Oh man. This cable doesn't want to come up at all. I think there's some adhesive holding this cable down. Yep, alright, so let's go ahead and peel this cable up. Alright, there we go. Now that the adhesive is peeled up, we can pull it out. And yeah, we're going to have to take the entire computer apart for this. This is going to suck big time. Alright, let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and disconnect a bunch of stuff here. Let's zoom out. Right, we're going to disconnect the speaker cables here. Just grab the wings and just wiggle it as you pull it. There we go. Speaker cable disconnected. Let's remove the battery here. Do we have to remove all these? Okay, it looks like the speakers might be attached to the battery. So let's go ahead and remove these speaker screws here. Wow, this is going to be really painful. Okay, let's get these two screws out. Alright, then we got one screw in the middle here. Let's remove that as well. Battery model number, if you're curious, let's see, is there one here? They got these two model numbers here. I don't know if that's what they're going to use for that. Let's see here. Lenovo ThinkPad rechargeable. Yeah, there's no actual model number, so there's this part number. There's two part numbers here. You can take a look and you can try and get those. Alright, but I don't see a regular model number there. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the two screws from this speaker as well. I'm gonna move these screws over. You want to keep the screws all in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, I put the flat side down on my desk. In the pattern, I remove them. And that's how I keep track of it. So just like that, standing up on my desk. Alright, so we got those 5 screws. Let's see if we can lift this out. Okay, so we can. Let's go ahead and lift this speaker out. Let's go ahead and lift everything. Oops, let's zoom out here so you can see better. So I lifted both speakers out here. We're going to lift the battery with the speakers and we're going to set that aside. Okay. Now we can see here, yep, that's the trackpad, keyboard backlight, and keyboard connectors. Let's go ahead and flip these latches and pull these out. Alright, flip all those latches up. Then we're going to pull the cable out from each one. There's this little clear tab that will help pull this out, but I guess not, it just came off. So never mind, that tab is junk. I'm going to throw that away. It doesn't do anything. Alright, let's go ahead and get underneath this and pull that back. Just like this. We got that connector out. Same thing with the backlight connector. Alright. Kind of grab this. Is this a pull tab? Oh, this is a nice pull tab. Okay. So you can use that and pull that out. Another one for the keyboard. Grab that. You might have to pull it up slightly and pull that out. Okay, what else? We got fingerprint sensor, it looks like. Alright. Yep, fingerprint sensor. Okay, flip that latch, and then we're going to use that. Hopefully the clear pull tab will work on this one. Nope. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab that and pull that out. Then we got this connector here. I have no idea what that's for. It's going underneath the motherboard. Let's go ahead and use that clear tab and pull that one out if it works. There we go. Alright, what else do we got here? Okay, so there's these screw holes with little arrows pointing to it to tell you what to remove where. Okay, I think this cable runs underneath to go here. This is part of the motherboard, it looks like, so we actually have to lift everything out at once. I think this hinge is kind of, let's see, okay, we're gonna have to remove that hinge. I'm gonna mark these screws. Some plugs here. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove the hinge screws here. Okay, 1 and 2. We're going to do the same thing with this side. One and 2. Should probably mark those as well. Actually, this hinge is no longer going to be on there when we go ahead and put the replacement one, so there's no point marking it. Alright, let's go ahead and lift these hinges up if we can. I'm going to actually open the screen slightly. Alright, and then we're going to drop it back down. Oh, it's holding on there. What the heck? Okay, so the locking mechanism is holding it down, so hopefully when we get these screws out it will be enough. So let's go ahead and flip this latch. I don't know how I'm going to remove that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and remove the screw here. Okay. Move that screw. It's going to be a lot of screws. Alright, let's remove this screw here. Let's go ahead and push that back down, I guess. Wow, that's a long screw. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to remove the screw down here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Alright, this screw's pretty long too. There we go. Alright, what else do we need to remove over here? We've got any hidden screws under here? Got one screw here. Let's go ahead and mark this. I think I've worked on this. I remember I had to remove those 4 screws as well, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, let's remove that screw. Actually, no, we don't have to remove those 4 screws, so we're going to leave those 4 screws alone. Alright, let's go ahead and remove this one. I think that's what happened last time, actually. I removed all those screws, and then I found out I didn't have to. We're going to mark this one here. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this screw here. I don't know why they don't mark these, or maybe those squares are supposed to be the marks for these screws. I'm going to mark them just so I don't get confused. Alright, we'll mark this one as well. Mark that one up in this corner as well. Okay, let's go ahead and remove these screws. Okay, and it's like 3 or 4 a.m. right now. It's a lot of stuff to be removing to be doing this late. Alright, let's go ahead and remove these. I don't know if I have to, but might as well. Yep, the screws are pretty long, so I'm pretty sure I had to remove them. Okay, let's remove this metal plate. We got one more screw down here we're going to remove as well. And hopefully after that we can lift this out. Let's see what's holding this down. Okay, nothing really holding that down, so we can lift this side up. Okay, let's see here. Slowly gotta work our way over, lifting this up. Get that cable out of the way. Be very careful, very gentle. We don't want to... Oh, there's one more screw here. Good thing we caught that before completely ripping this thing out. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can lift it up now. Okay, slowly lift this up. Alright, oh, this screw is underneath there, so I'm actually going to put that screw back in. So that small cable goes to this. I think that might be the power button. Okay, flip that latch back in, and we'll put the screw back into place. Oops, sorry, I'm going out of view. Alright, let's see if we can remove the motherboard now. Slowly lift. We're going to have to slide it over this way as we kind of lift it up, it looks like. The headphone jack does get caught in there, so... Yep, alright. At an angle, just like that, and there we go. Make sure to get those cables all off of it. Looks like we got some cables getting caught. What else? Let go. There we go. Alright, so there's the motherboard. We got that out. Nice. Alright, so yeah, I think that's the power button. Yep. Alright, so now we got that. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the thing. We got the gray cable, antenna cable going underneath here. Following this route, it looks like it uses all the bottom areas. And then goes over there. So let's unroute this gray antenna. Okay. Okay. I don't know what we're going to do with all those extra antennas that come on the new screen. Anyways, now usually what you would do, you would leave the screws in the hinges here. Alright, looks like the rest of these cables are okay. So I'm going to hold these hinges in place because I took those screws out. I'm going to open this at least 90 degrees. Alright, once we got that 90 degrees, I think we should be able to drop it. Nope, doesn't want to drop, so let's go ahead and open it 180 so that this thing is flat. And then there we go. So we got the screen out. We're going to get the replacement screen. Set the screen aside. That screen still kind of works. Alright, so replacement screen. We're going to open the hinges up 180 degrees. Again, I don't know what to do with all those extra cables, but we'll see if we can find a place to put them. Alright, this blue cable stuck there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this into place. Line it up, drop it down. Alright, now I'm going to hold these hinges while I close the screen. Okay, so I'm holding this with my thumbs like this while I close it. If you want, you can actually just put the screws in. Alright, there we go. I'm going to use a little thread locker just to make sure those screws don't come out. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these hinge screws. I'm just going to put a little thread locker on there. Get this screw in. There we go. Second screw, same thing. Little bit of thread locker. Alright, get that screw in. Alright, other two, same thing. Okay, get that screw in. Alright, last screw. Get that in. Clean off the dust here. Alright, and that's how you replace the screen. Just kidding. Alright, let me finish putting all of this in. I don't know what I'm going to do with that red cable though, so Let's tuck this down here, and again we're going to use all the lower these lower routing mechanisms. So it goes around this, and then it goes on the lower one, goes around that, goes on the lower one, goes around that. Oh, why is it not going? Come on. There we go. It's on the lower one. And this one just goes across. It goes here, goes around this one, and then it just sticks up here. All right, so there we go. We got that gray cable. Again, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these blue cables. I'm guessing the blue cable is supposed to go around this way. It's the same length, so let's see here. Oh yeah, so the motherboard has an extra wireless card here on this side, or slot, so I'm going to just route this blue cable over, I guess. So does it go down this way or up this way? I'm going to guess it goes down here, right? Just to keep within the same theme. And this one uses the upper route, it looks like. I'm going to put that adhesive there. Go around this way. Okay, so I guess this will help other people that have the model with the extra wireless card, but there we go. We're going to keep going around, same thing. Go over there, go up there, go over this, up here, and then we're going to tape this down, and let's wrap this around this way. And then it looks like we got this red wire and blue wire over here. Okay, so let's zoom back out. Let's go ahead and put the motherboard back in. You got to be careful, this cable's a little tricky right there. Okay, let's get the motherboard. We have to put it in at an angle like this so that the audio jack can clear this because it protrudes out. Alright, so make sure you get all these cables back on top. Alright, that's the tricky part. Get the headphone jack in there. Alright, so these cables, because they use some adhesive to hold them down, it's going to be somewhat of a pain. Let's see. I need to make sure all these other cables end up on top as well. So let's see here, get this out of the way. Let's zoom out some more to show the entire thing. Alright, that's way too much. Alright, so I have to make sure these wires kind of stay out of the way. How am I going to do that? There's so many wires. Okay, let's kind of hold this one back over here and get this in. I'm going to slide this underneath so that way all those antennas already are on top. Alright, and then we're going to work our way over here. Get the headphone jack in the slot. Oh, this cable went back underneath. That's going to be really annoying. Okay, that cable went back underneath. Let's go ahead and pull that back out. Slowly drop it down a little more. Alright, make sure all these cables are on top, and then we're going to slowly keep lowering it. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. Okay, get those cables out of there. Make sure they're on top. Good. Alright, now we got to get all these little cables out, so I'm going to use this plastic tool just to lift these up. Just like that. Lift this one up. That one up. Okay, not too bad. Drop that in. Hopefully we didn't forget any cables that might have gotten trapped underneath. I think I got them all. Alright, so got the gray antenna wire here. Got this black wire there. Okay, let's go ahead and put back all the screws now. Let's zoom in so you guys can see all the screws that I'm putting back. Sorry, it's so wobbly. Let's get this screw first with the arrow. Okay, second screw, also with this arrow. Wow, this screw's kind of tough to put back. There we go. Okay, don't forget the screw that's hidden underneath this cable here. Alright, small cable underneath, or screw underneath here. There we go. Let's move over this way. Don't forget the screw up there. In this corner here. Right, then we got another one here. Got this screw down here next to the CMOS or BIOS battery. Alright, and we got this screw all the way up here. Alright, then we got this small shorter screw here. Then we got these 3 screws here. Let's put this metal bracket back first. Go. Get the screw. Go in, please. There we go. Okay. Get that screw in. Alright, second one, get this screw down here in. Alright, and last screw for the motherboard down here. Get that as well. Alright, let's get all these connectors back in. Keyboard connector here. Make sure the latch is up. And tilt it in. Let's zoom in actually so you can see better. Okay, we're going to tilt this, pull it back, tilt it in. Make sure you get the entire cable in the slot. And there we go. Looks like it's in all the way, hopefully. Okay, flip that latch down. I hope that's right. Hey, what is this cable? I don't remember having one there. So, yep. I don't know. I don't remember having a cable there, so I'm not sure what that's for. Let's go ahead and pull this back, make sure that latches up. Get that in. I'm going to have to rewatch the footage to make sure I didn't miss anything there. I'm pretty sure there's no cable there. And I don't see one underneath. Right? Trackpad cable. This one, the little clear tab fell off, so we're just going to do that. Get that lined up. There we go. Put that latch back down. Alright, what else we got here? We got these cables over here. Fingerprint sensor. Give me that clear tab. Pull that back. Sorry, I know my knuckle's probably blocking it. There we go. And then power button switch. Let's go ahead and grab the clear tab if we can. Well, I'll just slide it back like that. Get that in. And push that. There we go. Flop that back over. Alright, we're getting there. Let's go ahead and check the antennas over here. The black antenna went to, if I remember, it went to the white one. I'm going to thread that through this metal piece there. Alright, just like that. I don't remember if it's supposed to go on the other side of that screw. Okay, let's put it behind that screw so it's easier. Alright, line up this antenna. Got the black one goes to the white arrow. Make sure it's lined up, doesn't move around. Okay. Oops. Come on, antenna, line up. There we go. And click that down. Alright, gray antenna wire. Let's actually put this video cable first. I don't know if this is the LCD LVDS connector or if it's the other one, but it's one of them. Alright, let's go ahead and get this in. Looks like that's not going in properly, so let's pull that back out. Come on. It doesn't want to go in right. Okay, make sure the antenna clears on both sides here. And then flip that latch down. Alright, let's get this wire. And why is it upside down? I have no clue. Do I have to route it this way? Okay, let's go ahead and I guess it's supposed to go underneath then. Let's go ahead and take this back out. Right, gray wire, go over this way, back into that gray thing, and there we go, just like the black wire. Let's get this lined up. And I hate these antenna wires, they're such a pain. Right, it's lined up right. Alright, then click it down, there we go. Let's go ahead and get this cable back in now. Alright, make sure that it's lined up completely. And come on, why does the right side not want to go in? Go. Well, for some reason I only can get one of the sides in at a time. There we go. Okay. Latch that back down. There we go. Put this adhesive thing back over. Let's zoom out a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and get this last connector in. And we have these antennas that I don't know what they're for, so I'm just going to latch that one under there, and the red one I'm going to latch under here. There we go. Looks like they stay in place. That's good. And get this last connector in. Make sure that both of these plastic pieces on these edges clear. That's how you know that it's lined up right. And then flip that latch down. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and put this other stuff back together. Zoom out. Alright, let's get the battery and the speakers in. Okay, let's grab this and line it up. Alright, drop that into place. Alright, and get the speakers dropped in as well. This one kind of came out. Make sure that goes into the routing as well. There we go, speakers in. Second speaker. Try and get this blue wire to continue staying in it where it should go. There we go. Nice. Alright, let's get the speaker connector in. Pinch the two pieces together. Alright, let's put back the 5 screws for the speakers and the battery. Unscrew here. Just gotta loosely fit it first so that we can get both screws in. Second screw. Go, tighten that all the way down now. Perfect. Alright, let's get the middle screw here. Hopefully I don't need to plug this in to turn it back on. Some of these computers, after you replace the or remove the battery, then it wants to have the charger plugged in. So loosely fit that screw and loosely fit the last one here. We're almost done. That screw's kind of bad. Alright, let's go ahead and plug the battery connector back in. So opposite of before, last time we popped this up and then we slid it forward. So this time we have it up at an angle like that, push it backwards this way, and then clip that back into place. So there we go. Let's go ahead and turn this on and see if the screen is good. Alright, computer's powering up. Screen looks like it's good so far. I don't see any wavy whatever stuff like before. So I think we're good to go. We're just going to have to put the bottom cover back on. Alright, hopefully everything is good. I'm going to package up the old screen in case the customer wants it. Alright, so I'm not sure which connector is which for the screen because there's two. But anyways, alright, this looks good. Let's make sure the wireless is detecting stuff, and I see lots of wireless. That's good. So we're good to go. Let's shut this down. Close this up. Alright, so again, this has two connectors here. I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is for the LCD and this is probably like the webcam and stuff. So anyways, put that back in the bag. All right, let's get the cover and put this back. So the way this cover works, you have to do it at this angle here. So we're gonna slide that in first, all right? And then we're gonna slowly lower this down. And yeah, normally you would tighten these 2 screws, but there aren't any screws there now. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, just like that. I like to twist the screw backwards first just to make sure it gets lined up and into place. All right, and then let's go ahead and get these middle screws in. All right, that's pretty much all there is to it. You're welcome to stay as I put the rest of the screws in, but other than that, we're done with this repair. Hopefully this video helped you again. If it did, again, make sure to like and subscribe so that other people can find these videos. All right. Oh, is this thing not lining up right? Okay, that's good. All right, other than that, if this video helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little bit to the channel. Every little bit helps and is greatly appreciated as I continue to make these videos. My business, actually, it's like I'm sharing company secrets. But anyways, so thanks for watching. All right. Wow, this screw's kind of a little bit difficult. Why is it sticking up there? Okay, let me open this up because for some reason this doesn't want to sit completely flat. I need to figure out why that is. I don't want to smash and damage something. It might just be the antenna wire's too thick or something, so I'm going to have to route it somewhere else. But yeah, you're welcome to stay while I do that, but other than that, we're pretty much done. If you got the right one without those extra wires, you probably already got it working right. But let's go ahead and pop this back out. And yeah, this blue wire is getting in the way. So how am I going to route this so that it's not getting smushed by the bottom cover here? Okay, let's route it over. It should go the other way. So let's route it like that, and then let's route this in here maybe. Okay, maybe that will hold it better. Okay. So the main thing is there's something that this metal cover goes into there. All right, so hopefully that should be good now. Let's double check, drop that into place, and let's click this down, and yep, that's good. All right, let's get all these screws back in, but we're done. All right, thanks for watching. You're welcome to stay again. Just gonna get all these screws back in. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Bye. Let's drop this.